going to talk about why truck drivers love driving at night. At least most truck drivers will prefer to drive at night. And let's start off with number one, which is the most obvious reason: no traffic. I mean, come on now. No traffic. Number two is boys gonna be outside and them way stations will be closed. I don't know if y'all be in Facebook groups or not. I know some people feel like it's clowned out. But in a lot of Facebook groups, some people ask like sometimes like, oh, I'm like this much overweight. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And a lot of people will tell them like, you need to just wait till overnight, like where the way stations be closed. But not every way station be closed overnight, so don't get it twisted. But most do. But it be that one sometimes that be still open now. The reason is it's usually only truck drivers on the road at night, or some bus drivers, but it's not really that many buses compared to trucks or whatever. But it's really like it's just y'all. Like another reason is on a day and where all the traffic and when all the traffic be out and when all the traffic be outside, people will cut you off. Truck driver, no truck driver. Cars love cutting off trucks or whatever. But trucks be cutting off other trucks too, so don't get it twisted now. Okay, like usually, like not usually, but cars will just cut you off, act crazy, act like they don't know that you're sitting right there. But at night, it's no reason, like unless it's like construction. But usually, it's no reason for somebody to cut you off. So usually, it's really not that many accidents unless it's like a drunk driver type of situation. But it's less accidents. Less cutting you off, less erratic drivers, because it's like cool, it's relaxing, it's chill. Another reason is when you getting off of work, you pretty much, I ain't gonna say like all of this stuff is subjective and this is just my opinion. But anyway, usually like say if you started and then you got off at 11 a.m. or whatever, it's time to look for a rest stop parking spot. You're guaranteed to find a parking spot. I'm not going to say that it's going to be empty. It's not going to be empty. Sometimes it do be full. Not full to the point where you ain't going to find no parking, but sometimes they full like, oh dang, it's only 3 parking spots left in the daytime. It be like that because they need more they need more truck stops, honestly, especially in the Northeast. I remember I got into it with somebody on TikTok because we was talking about, I was like, oh, I had said something about it's no rest stops. What do you mean there's no rest stops? It's rest stops every 20 minutes. I don't know where you be at. I live in the Northeast. He's like, oh, well, not in the Northeast. Well, silly, what you thought I was talking about? Like, I live in the Northeast, so I'm talking about, like, New York and New Jersey. What are you talking about? In New York, sometimes it don't be no rest stop. No truck stops for, like, 2 hours. Definitely an hour, but sometimes 2 hours, like, Connecticut. And then I worked at a lot of mega couriers, and they only really want you to go to Pilot or Love, so it's not like you can't just go stop at 2 A and B truck stop. You really got to stop there. I'm not saying that you can't, but then you got to call your dispatcher, and it's too much to be going on. The thing is usually no dispatcher to deal with, or for the sure, not you ain't gonna be dealing with your dispatcher. Your dispatcher is gonna be home snuggled up, like But night dispatcher, I don't think night dispatcher gonna call you. The only reason night dispatcher will call you is if you're running late. Another thing, no one at the fuel island. Shit, at night for real, I ain't telling y'all to do this, but you can take your fucking 30 at a damn fuel island, because ain't nobody really gonna be behind you. Everybody really sleep most of the time. It do be busy sometimes at night, but usually most of the time, ain't nobody gonna be at the fuel island. Really, nobody's really on the road, honestly, but a few people. Also, it's cooler on your tires and on your engine. When it's hot outside, it's kind of hard to get uphill sometimes, stuff like that, and it just be a lot on your tires. At night, that ain't gonna happen. At night, that ain't gonna happen. So if you are a new driver, this could be a good deal for you, because like I said, like when you getting off at everybody else, I should say, for example, you get off at 6 p.m., you parking your truck at 6 p.m. It's kind of embarrassing, like when you ain't mastered trucking yet. I ain't gonna say it's embarrassing, but it's like, dang, all these people watching me. You shouldn't worry about that, but it just like, I don't know, it just be like that sometimes. So it's perfect for y'all. Like you can pull up at 20 times if you want to, because most of the time it's gonna be people at the truck stop, but it ain't gonna be like, it's not gonna be serious. And another big one is you put down more miles at night. Like you just run up the miles at night. Like say in the daytime, it's it might take you your whole clock really to do 100 miles. At night, you might could do 720 if that's your thing. Some people don't like driving that many miles. I don't mind it. Well, what's comfortable for me is like 550 during the day. Like, I'm not no super trucker. I'm not trying to drive no 700 miles every day. I can drive 700 miles in a day, but I'm not trying to do it every day. But comfortably, I can do like 550, and you can knock that out even through traffic. But like, you can really knock that out probably like in less than 9 hours overnight. So yeah, like at nighttime and having no traffic, that's really important to a truck driver, because like your clock is everything. Your clock is your money maker, and you be burning all the minutes and hours and stuff like that. And sometimes even like shippers and receivers in the daytime, you might be waiting like 10 trucks at night. I mean, depending on when they let people in, when letting people out, you might can just get on through the first time. Really relaxing, like when you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I hope this car don't cut me off. I hope this person don't try to brake check me. I hope they don't just start abruptly just stopping just because. Another important thing, like I said, like with the parking, like that's a big deal. Like, you do not want to be using your because some people can't even use PC, so you don't want to be using your PC looking for a daggone parking spot. Like, that is so annoying, man. I remember one time I was all up in traffic or whatever. Like, I was going to Philly. I was all in traffic or whatever, and I was so hungry, man. Like, and I got off at 8 p.m. And of course, you know, like, you can get away with that in like Indiana, Illinois, and stuff like that. You can get away with stopping at 8 p.m. in like Philly, New York, New Jersey. You can forget about it. Like, even the rest stops, you can just forget about it. Like, seriously. Well, I mean, I say PA, but like, I mean, PA, like, I was like, because I was like in Philly. It's not like I was in Pittsburgh, or like just somewhere like that's kind of like chill. No, I'm in freaking Philly. I couldn't even eat because I had stopped so late, but I was always working weird hours because I was reefer or whatever. But I was like trying to get there really, really early or whatever, and like I found me a rest stop. I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna get me something to eat. I was gonna get me something to eat. Yo, like, I was seeing like a rest stop with a whole bunch of construction in it, but it was like, it wouldn't even let you stop. Like, I got to the rest stop, but it was no way for me to park. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, I can stop at the end. I could not stop at the end, and I had to leave out because somebody was behind me. I was so mad, like, I can't eat. I can't eat. And I really couldn't eat because I was on PC, and I still had to go. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, you like having to go 45 minutes out the way. I had to go 45 minutes back the other way so I could get back to Philly and be on time in the morning, because if I wasn't going to be there, then I wouldn't have been on time. When I tell y'all, I did the most dangerous shit. I didn't even sleep on the shoulder. I didn't even sleep on the shoulder, but I didn't have no choice. It was nowhere for me to sleep. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't sleep at the place because the place was on a busy street in Philly, like on like a major street. And so I had to stop on the middle of the Beltway, and I don't know if y'all seen this, but I hope I'm explaining this right. Like, it's a Beltway, and it's like they doing construction on the middle of the Beltway, but it's like cones. You can't get in there. I swear, I slept in them cones. I was so hungry. I swear that was one of the worst days I had as a truck. I was so fucking hungry. I swear, after that, I was like, oh, I'm never not having food on this truck. But anyway, leave y'all perks of why y'all like nighttime driving, or if y'all don't like nighttime driving, let me know why you do not like nighttime driving. Leave me a comment. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We post trucking content every Wednesday. I'm just a little late today. For my other trucking videos, I got a lot of them. Join the Patreon if you want to, and I'll holla.